So I want to start with something really powerful. I want to pay homage to real-life working mums. Those women out there who sacrifice it all, day in, day out, against all the odds. Women like this.
It's a real delight in being able to be a present parent, and it's a luxury sometimes because we all have to work. We all have a lot of stuff to do, but when you can take a minute to just...
Saturday morning.
Oh my gosh, Meghan Markle is insufferable. She's as popular as getting hardcore chafing during the first kilometre of a marathon.
This show, oh my gosh. I couldn't make it through like 2 minutes, guys.
Sucks. Are you joking? It's bad.
With Love, Meghan was not a success.
Let's go. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it.
By the way, I love your Luke.
There's more to life than how you look.
Sorry, what's that?
Your Luke. You look amazing. Your Luke.
My Luke. My Luke. My look. She likes my Luke.
Uncle, make it end. Make it end. What is this?
I am physically nauseated watching that clip. That is like a parody of what that show should be. I had to get it totally wrong to get it totally
wrong.
To get it totally right.
It sucks. Are you joking? It's bad. It's terrible.
I mean, how relatable is that, eh? You're a single mum of two in Basingstoke. You've just come in off the night shift and you see one of your kids outside eating worms. Your other child's actually got worms. And you turn the telly on and Meghan's teaching you how to make a rainbow fruit salad.
You see where our rainbow is coming together here? And you don't have to do a big platter of this. You could do this with one small row for your kids for breakfast, genuinely, and it makes the morning a lot more fun.
She is the most insecure person I have seen in the public eye in a long time. That is why everything had to be perfectly curated. Who the hell picks fucking berries in a white cashmere blouse and white pants? Literally no one on earth does that. And like this garden, which is like the most over the top. Like we're all supposed to go, Maureen, to make our breakfast in the morning out to our gardens and pick our berries, our raspberries, our strawberries, our blueberries, our snozberries, and cut our mint, and then cut our flowers that are edible. But don't worry, she's a woman of the people. You can grow those just on your windowsill at home in New York, your edible flowers.
And don't forget your local beekeeper.
Yeah.
Your local beekeeper.
Oh, yeah, because she has a bee hive, which she goes to. That's how they open the whole series with her bees. And like, don't worry, if you don't have this, just go to your local beekeeper. Clearly, we're living in different...
Meghan's podcast has fallen off the charts. She's been criticized for the content.
We're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
No.
And Meghan's accepting all these compliments. I know, I'm great, aren't I?
I don't think it has a chance of surviving. I think if there's any justice, it's going to, just sink quickly, and the Netflix will move on to the next best thing.
That's what you want. You want that shape and texture. Come on. This is about connecting with friends. I love that we're doing this together for the first time.
All right, let's be real. Netflix didn't just quietly cancel Meghan Markle's show. They slammed the door shut, torched the tapes, and buried the project so deep, even Meghan's PR team can't spin this one. With Love, Meghan is officially done. Toast, dead on arrival, and honestly, the biggest shock is that it lasted this long before Hollywood finally said, nope, we're done with the Montecito Fantasy Hour. This wasn't just a cancellation. It was an industry-wide eye roll. Netflix didn't flinch. They watched the numbers, saw the content, heard the whispers, and basically screamed, we gave you a shot, girl, but you gave us filtered fluff dressed as culture.
People she surrounds herself with don't even seem to be her friends. One of them said, oh my gosh, you're so tall, which implies she's never even met her before. And where are the kids? Where are they? Who's looking after them? While she prances around relentlessly putting flower petals on stuff.
Flower sprinkles, if we must.
We mustn't. There's no need. People are scratching around to save enough money so they can buy somewhere like this on the outskirts of London. Look at that. The cast of Trainspotting would turn their noses up at that. And then in steams Meghan Markle, Little Miss Relatable, standing in the garden of some other multi-millionaire's mansion talking about pulling eggs out of a free-range chicken's backside with her bare hands before presumably sprinkling some flower petals on them to feed to her kids who've had a hard day of being looked after by the nanny.
Let's get something straight. Hollywood doesn't blacklist you for having a flop. It blacklists you for throwing money into a black hole. And Meghan, she's become the walking, talking red alert of wasted investment. Remember when she was hyped as the breath of fresh air? The perfect mix of royalty and Hollywood glam? Yeah, now she's the face of, wait, what were we even thinking? She seriously thought she could conquer the global food scene with a glass of overpriced rosé and a Pinterest mood board? Newsflash, Meghan, the world doesn't run on inspirational lighting and PR-filtered quotes. It runs on results, and reality just body-slammed her brand off the shelf.
And a lot of this has to do with the recent cancellation of Meghan Markle in a very unique way. One major development going on now involves more to do with Meghan Markle and her recent reaction after getting canceled.
Let's not sugarcoat it. With love, Meghan didn't just tank. It fell into a crater and took the audience's patience with it. This wasn't just a flop. It was the streaming equivalent of serving raw chicken at a Michelin-star dinner. Unsafe, tasteless, and offensive to literally anyone with functioning taste buds. Netflix didn't skimp. They went all out. Billboards, trailers, press junkets, glittery Instagram campaigns, you name it. And what did they get? Embarrassingly low viewership, dead engagement, and people clicking away faster than Meghan can say authenticity.
Views are in, and they are what we all expected. 2.4 out of 10, according to IMDb.
This is the worst. Like, guys, you don't got to do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop. You just can't keep faking.
Here's the wild part. The concept had potential. A former royal connecting cultures through food? That could have been magic. But no. Instead, we got scripts that felt like they were cobbled together by interns and Meghan's vision board of vibes. Even the thumbnails didn't know what they were selling. Cooking show? Therapy circle? Sponsored ad for turmeric? Who knows? Apparently, not even the editor.
Nobody talks like that and nobody acts like that. If we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being authentic.
She's not a very good actor. She's a very bad actor. And people have these tells that they give off when you know that they're full of it or that they're not being their authentic selves.
My authentic self is for me to live my life really authentically, make choices authentically, being able to be so authentically myself.
I've never seen this sort of before. I've never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authenticity.
Really kind of put a overall contrast on how bad the series with Love Meghan truly is and how fake, phony, and inauthentic Meghan Markle.
And the food? Oh, honey, let's talk about the food. Because nothing says cultural appreciation like Meghan Markle tossing turmeric around like she's at a baby shower. She treated ancient dishes with all the depth of a surface-level Instagram caption. Chefs weren't just unimpressed, they were outraged. Italian bloggers said it felt like satire. Nigerian critics straight up called it a glittery mess. Gordon Ramsay probably had heart palpitations. Behind the scenes, it was chaos. Netflix begged to fix it. Suggestions, edits, narrative tweaks, even polite nudges like, hey, maybe don't cry over a grain bowl. But Meghan, she shut it all down. Her vision couldn't be touched. Feedback? Labeled as sabotage, collaboration, never heard of it. She wasn't difficult. She was impossible. Zero accountability, maximum delusion. Now listen, Hollywood actually loves ego. It thrives on it. But ego without results? Career suicide. And Meghan Markle? She's a case study. She clung to scenes that did nothing, forced storylines that left viewers praying for a fast-forward button. Anyone who tried to speak up, she labeled them haters. But guess what? They were just pros doing their jobs. There was a time when Meghan's name opened doors. Now, it slams them shut. Studios are reportedly demanding she be babysat by seasoned producers because she's a flight risk. And that's because she is. Her obsession with controlling the narrative has turned her from relatable royal to cringe content queen. People aren't buying the perfection anymore. They're tuning out and unsubscribing while they're at it. Oh, and let's not forget, this isn't her first flame out. Remember Archetypes on Spotify? That overpriced audio nap? One season, tons of fluff, zero impact. It was marketed as empowerment, but sounded more like someone reading LinkedIn affirmations in a yoga voice. Spotify didn't just cancel it, they ghosted. One exec reportedly called it a sound bath of nothing. Critics roasted it. Self-help meets SEO, they said. Even the fans were begging, please, say something with substance. She didn't just miss the mark. She didn't even bring a mark. And then, oh my God, the pretzel bags, custom-designed pretzel bags. Because apparently that's the pinnacle of cultural exchange? Forget storytelling or recipes. We got individual carb pouches from the Duchess of Delusion. It wasn't just tone deaf. It was borderline performance art. Watching Meghan present culture through that bizarre lens felt like watching a midlife crisis in HD. Cultures were props, aesthetic backdrops for her brand, and people who live those cultures, yeah, they weren't amused. Insiders now say she's high risk. Not because she's bold or daring, that's marketable. She's high risk because she's unwatchable. Her content isn't raw, it's not touching, it's cold, scripted, desperate. You can't build real connection reading from cue cards and crying on command. And that's the one thing Meghan hasn't figured out. You can't fake real, and you definitely can't fake relatable. Industry agents now use her name as a warning in meetings. That's not celebrity, that's infamy. She went from must-book to will circle back real fast. Netflix didn't just cancel a show, they canceled the fantasy. They saw the backlash to the backlash, and then the unsubscribe numbers. This was a business call. Cut the losses, burn the bridge. She tried to coast on her title, but content isn't Buckingham Palace. You can't curtsy your way to engagement. The audience? They've moved on. They want real. They want people, not Pinterest boards with crown emojis. So now we're here. Meghan Markle, once the media's golden duchess, now struggling to sell even a single ounce of relevance. The spotlight shifted. The empire crumbled. And Hollywood? Oh, they've started whispering the truth fans have screamed for ages. There was no magic, only marketing. And the marketing was awful. This wasn't just a flop. It was earned. Thoroughly, deeply, undeniably earned. Now it's your turn. Sound off in the comments. Was this Meghan's media funeral? Did Netflix finally grow a spine and shut down the fakest food show to ever hit the screen? Or are we about to get another dramatic poor me narrative where she cries on cue like she's gunning for an Emmy? Tell the truth. Did you actually watch With Love, Meghan? Or were you one of the thousands who rage quit after 5 minutes of soft lighting, vague monologues, and turmeric sprinkles? Was the show doomed from the start? Or did Meghan sabotage her own empire by thinking fake tears and pretzel bags were enough? And seriously, what was up with those pretzel bags? Let's hear it. Karma? Collapse? Catastrophe? Drop your thoughts below. We read everything. Defend, drag, debate. We're here for it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and check out my other videos up top. Until next time, stay tuned, stay sharp, and stay real.